Yoji Uehara was a pilot in the Imperial Japanese Army during World War II and flew in Ki-43 aircraft with the Allied reporting name Oscar. He was born in Nagano Prefecture in 1922 and was a student at Keio University near Tokyo during the war years. However, when called to service, he joined the 50th Infantry Regiment in Matsumoto, the garrison site itself now being occupied by Shinshu University. Adjacent to the base was an airfield that was a staging area for kamikaze missions. It was not just naval aviators that flew in special attack squadrons, units that would become known as the Kamikaze. Both Imperial Air Services took part in these kinds of missions. But the legacy of Yoji Uehara was not based on his skill as a pilot or status as an officer. His legacy was born from his philosophy, which he considered carefully and detailed in his final letter home to his family near Matsumoto. In that letter he said, "I feel deeply honoured and privileged to have been chosen to become a member of the Army's Special Assault Unit, which embodies the glory of Japan. Having read logic and philosophy through my somewhat extended student life, I am sure that based upon the idea of reason, triumph of liberty is inevitable to me, although I might sound like a liberalist. As stated by Croce in Italy, it is a universal truth that it is absolutely impossible to exterminate freedom, which is a fundamental human nature, and will eventually win even though it seems to be temporarily oppressed. It is a clear fact that authoritarian and totalitarian regimes may sporadically prosper, but they will ultimately perish. We can see the truth of this in Axis governments, as manifested by the defeat of Italy under fascism, not to mention Germany under Nazism. Authoritarian governments are disappearing one after the other, crumbling like buildings without foundation. I believe that the universality of truth will eternally and permanently prove the greatness of liberty, as is now being verified by reality, and just as history has shown in the past. I will be more than delighted to find that my belief has been proven right, even though that turns out to be a disaster for our nation. The current struggle, whatever it is, stems from ideology, and the result of this struggle can readily be predicted by the belief systems upon which that struggle is fought. The ambition of making my beloved Japan become as mighty an empire as Great Britain has faded away. If the leading positions in Japan had been held by those who truly love Japan, my country would not have been driven to the situation it faces today. I have been dreaming of the Japanese people, proud of themselves no matter where they may find themselves in the world. What a friend of mine once said is true: a pilot of the Special Assault Unit is merely a machine. He just steers the apparatus. He is only a molecule within the magnet that sticks to an enemy aircraft carrier, possessing neither personality nor emotions. If one thinks about it rationally, this act is incomprehensible, and to put it plainly, these pilots are, as they say, simply suicidal. Since I am nothing more than a machine, I have no right to put my case forward. However, I only wish that the Japan that I dearly love will someday be made truly great by my fellow citizens. In such an emotional state, my death may probably lead to nothing. Nonetheless, as I stated at the outset, I feel very honoured to have been chosen to be a member of the Special Assault Unit. It is true that once inside an aircraft I am mere hardware, but once disembarked I do have emotions and passion, as I am also human. When the woman for whom I cared for passed away, I emotionally died with her. The idea that she waits for me in heaven, where we will be reunited, makes death not particularly frightening for me, since it happens to be my only way to heaven. Tomorrow is the day of the assault. My idea is too highly extreme to be made public, but I just want to express my true feelings inside me, so please forgive me my disorientated thoughts. Another liberalist will depart from this earth tomorrow. Although he may appear forlorn, he is in fact very content. Once again, please forgive my selfish ranting.